Alright, Shalom. Yahabashim Yahushai Barakatah. Before we begin this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. It's just a quick one. Just meditating on the fact that, a lot of these Christians out here, man, they don't understand the scriptures. And I'm speaking in the sense of, us that call ourselves Hebrew Israelites that are in the truth, teaching this word. We sometimes might use a little bit of foul language, and Christians seem to think that that's gonna cause us to go to a place called hell. Really, they don't understand the gospel, man. I just want to prove in this lesson that a few swear words is not going to cause you to go to a place called hell, man. There ain't a place called hell, for one. But even if there was, this is not something that's going to cause you to go there. Having a little cuss word here and there, even when you bring out lessons, you speak in the gospel, and you might have you might come out with a little swear word here and there, man. It ain't a big deal. Sometimes we've got to do that to get our point across. So I just want to kind of go into it for those that, think that this is a problem, because I know sometimes people might watch our lessons and then they'll be all interested or whatever, and then they may hear us say a little swear word, and then all of a sudden they're just like, yeah, that's a false prophet right there. He just cussed. Don't let that throw you off, man. All right, let's get into it, man. So I'm going to start at the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2, start at verse 1. And I, brethren, and this is the Apostle Paul speaking, and I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now, the point I want to focus on is where it says, I came to you not with excellency of speech. Okay, because, although this is actually talking about, like coming with fair speeches and stuff, Apostle Paul saying that I ain't coming with no fancy words and all that. He's speaking like one of us would that are in the truth. Sometimes we speak like we're fresh off the streets. But, the scriptures say that the mysteries of the Lord is revealed unto the meek, us in a low place in this earth that are looked down upon. So we're the ones that possess the word, man. This is how the Lord works. And in this sense, I'm using this to say that excellency of speech also goes into our language, our vocabulary. Sometimes, they say that people that use curse words is because they don't have a very large vocabulary, and a lot of the times that is the case. That is true. That's a true statement. But we do that sometimes to just get a point across. You know what I mean? So it says in verse 2, for I determined not to know anything from among you save Yahushua HaMashiach and him crucified. And I was with you in meekness and in fear and in much trembling. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom. He's talking about coming with trickery of words, or, speaking in the ordinances of men and things like that. How they say, God loves everybody, and God knows my heart, and come as you are, all that type of stuff. That's man's wisdom, you know what I mean? And they try to make everybody, they try to give people smooth things rather than the raw truth. So let me read verse 4 again. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom. Now, Sometimes we may use a little cuss word here and there, okay? And that's not really enticing, but hey, we keep it real. We're honest people. There's articles that say that men that use a lot of cuss words, they're more honest, and that actually makes sense. And I'm gonna get into that in a minute, Lord willing. It says, but in demonstration of the spirit and of power. I mean, there's more on this, but I ain't gonna go into it for the sake of time. Let me just jump to a quick precept. Bear with me 1 second. I'll find it. 2 Corinthians 11, 6. Right, it's 2 Corinthians 11 and 6. It says, but though I be rude in speech, and this is Paul still speaking, he says, but though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. The prophets are here bringing out the true gospel in these end times, and sometimes we use rude speech because the prophets of old are back, and we're coming back in our lot and bringing you the raw true gospel in these end times so that you may have a chance at being delivered in these perilous times we're living in. You're going to need salvation, and you need teachers to show you the way to salvation. So I'm going to read that again. It says, but though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. So sometimes we may use a little swear word here and there to get our point across, and sometimes we do it to keep, just to basically keep people away from us that ain't a part of us. You know what I mean? Like, you got people out here that get tripped up off a cuss word. Hey man, if you're gonna be that simple, then we really don't want you around us anyway. So sometimes we'll bring out something and say a little cuss word just to get the simple away from us, man. Because if you're taken away from what we're bringing out just because we say a little swear word, then you ain't got the spirit of the Lord on you, and we don't want you anywhere near us. So sometimes we do it on purpose just to filter out the idiots, the simple. Let me read that one more time. 2 Corinthians 11 and 6. It says, but though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. Keep that in mind, yet not in knowledge. The knowledge we're bringing out is the pure doctrine, the pure gospel. So though we speak a little curse word here and there, you can't get tripped up off of that, man. It says, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. Now let me pull up a quick article or two, all right, just to kind of prove my point here, and we'll wrap it up. I ain't trying to make this lesson too long. All right. Let's go here. And all right, bear with me. All right. All right, this says, study finds links between swearing and honesty. Right, it says, it's long been associated with anger and coarseness, but profanity can have other, more positive connotation. It says, psychologists have learned that people who frequently curse are being more honest, and that's because we're not hiding who we are. Think about it. When you go to the Christian church, and we've all been there, all of us in the truth have at some point in our life been in the Christian church around those Christians. A lot of us came from Christianity, and it never sat right on our spirit that when you get around these people, they're putting on their fake Sunday face. And you know it's fake. It's just a whole bunch of folly and fakery. They pretend like they don't curse when really at home, and they stub their toe and no one's around, you know damn well they're cursing like a damn sailor. But they like to pretend they're so righteous, man. But it's all fakery. We don't hide who we are, man. So it says psychologists have learned that people who frequently curse are being more honest. Writing in the journal Social, Psychological, and Personality Science, a team of researchers from the Netherlands, the UK, the USA, and Hong Kong report that people who use profanity are less likely to be associated with lying and deception, right? And that's us in the knowledge of the truth, man. The ones that are bringing out the pure gospel. And, one thing I notice is that you don't really hear IUIC swearing that much. And that's because they come in like Christians, man. They're like a Hebrew Israelite Christian camp, Christian mega camp, commercialized, you know, like Christianity with a little Israelites twist to it. So it says profanity is obscene language, which, and I want to just say as a side note, right? I ain't bringing out this lesson just to influence you Akim out there to be cursing like a sailor. Okay, that's not what this lesson's about. It's just to say that you need to come down to earth a bit, relax. It ain't that serious. You understand? It ain't right to be cursing like a sailor. I get that, because it ain't right in the spirit to be just cursing away. But a little curse word here and there, it ain't a big deal, man. It's not that serious. It says, let me start again. Profanity is obscene language, which in some social settings is considered inappropriate and unacceptable. It often refers to language that contains sexual references, blasphemy, or other vulgar terms. It's usually related to the expression of emotions such as anger, frustration, or surprise. But profanity can also be used to entertain and win over audiences, and sometimes we do that. Sometimes when we bring out the gospel, it's just fitting to sometimes say a little swear word when we're talking about, these demonic women or these two-third wicked ass niggas, man. Hey, we'll just keep it raw and say it is, man. We ain't gonna beat around the bush and act like some goody two shoes. Like, we don't ever say a swear word here and there, man, because then we're lying to ourselves. We're being deceptive. It says there are conflicting attitudes to profanity and its social impacts has changed over the decades. In 1939, Clark Gable, uttering the memorable line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," which is part of basically a part of a movie from back in 1939, and it's basically saying, oh, it's a film, Gone in the Wind. It says in the film Gone in the Wind was enough to land the producers a $5,000 fine. So this is what profanity was viewed as back then. It was like a no-no. But now, we're at the end times, because it ain't only profanity you're seeing everywhere. You're seeing like people half naked all over your TV, having freak offs and stuff, man. It's just gotten crazy. But back then, if you was to say something like "I don't give a damn," it landed producers with a $5,000 fine. It shows you that we're in the end times, man, because it's just gotten dark and demonic. And swearing is considered nothing nowadays. But let me see. Let me skip forward a bit for the sake of time. It says, as dishonesty and profanity are both considered deviant, they are often viewed as evidence of low moral standards. It says, on the other hand, profanity can be positively associated with honesty. It is often used to express unfiltered feelings and sincerity. See, we're unfiltered. We have the raw truth. So we're not hiding who we are. We're not hiding our personality and being fake. We're showing you straight up who we are. Okay, you get what you see. It says the researchers cite the example of President-elect Donald Trump, who used swear words in some of his speeches while campaigning in last year's U.S. election, and was considered by some to be more genuine than his rivals. Because people know deep down inside, in your spirit, you can probably more than likely trust somebody that's being real rather than someone that's putting on an act, and you can kind of tell by their speech. But, I'll leave the link to this article in the description. I ain't gonna read everything because it's not really necessary. The point is made. But I've got more links too, and I just want to get the date. So this is from back in January 16th, 2017. As you can see at the top there. There are more recent websites. Let me just quickly turn to one second. Let's go back. I'm still trying to figure out this new phone. Let's open this one. I ain't going through all that, and I'm not consenting. So I'll leave that link in the description, and we'll bust out another one. What to hell with this? Alright, I'm having a bit of trouble here, and I'm not consenting, so I'll just leave the links in the description, but you get the idea. There's different, more up-to-date articles from different publishers that are saying the same thing, similar things. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it there. Alright, Lord willing, you were edified by this lesson. Alright. Give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makak with Dash Shalom.